Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? I thought I would do a reading on the beautiful new moon coming in the US. It is also on our Labor Day, September 6th, on a Monday. Yeah, I just had a delay. So you guys, right away I just want to thank everybody for all your beautiful comments. You know, you guys are amazing. Every time I read them, I feel so inspired to dress up the sets and make things nice and have color and texture and beautiful ideas and things that are uplifting, because my channel is definitely meant to be a vehicle of us being able to cycle up in our thoughts, to have a beautiful, safe place where we feel good, relaxed, and we're learning about ourselves, right? Every single day, new things come up that we discover. Sometimes they're simple things like an inaccurate mental reel of ourselves. I have that sometimes. I'll start to beat myself up and go, oh man, I am so messy. Like how do I even operate in this life? If I go into one room and all my art supplies are everywhere and all my stuff, but that's just a moment. I've used these things. Thank goodness I have creativity and the tools to, have and the resources to be able to maintain my creativity. So instead of thinking, oh, I'm so messy, how am I ever going to get organized? We need to displace those thoughts with the true ones that are, everything is temporary when we create whatever, a clamor, either in an emotionally mixed up situation or a physically, complicated household with too much stuff around. Everything can be rectified, and we need to get a more accurate portrayal of the direction we're really trying to move in. So when we think of ourselves a certain way, we become more of that. I can be very organized, I can be very systematic, I can be very logical, I can be very calm, whatever it is, right? And we want to move into this new moon cycle with that. So here's our choices, you guys. Number one is not a deer harmony. That's something that I look for, and I have gratitude every day when I receive it, when I'm in harmonic thoughts and peaceful. Number two is not a seahorse perspective. Again, gaining a healthy perspective on where we're going, who we are, and what we want to incorporate in our life. Number three, not a stone, simplicity. Hallelujah. I feel like everything beautiful derives from simplicity. When we allow ourselves to do things one capable step at a time, we don't try to pull everything in. We're able to, do things systematically, get logistics, calm down, no more inner complaints about ourselves. What do we appreciate as opposed to what bothers us? That kind of beautiful energy. And I have decided to be fiercely loyal to simplifying my life in this September and going into the fall. When I'm in a store, anything that I may choose to buy, do I need this? Is it going to enhance my life? If not, is it an impulse buy? What impulse purchase or buy? And really ask myself these questions. So I'm not just bringing things on board, I'm also releasing things. So you guys, those are your choices, and then we're going to begin. Okay, number one, let's see what we are beginning with. We have roots and we have hope. I love this. So again, let's ask ourselves, where can we put down roots? Where do we really desire in our life to feel stable, to feel calm, to feel like we are grounded? A lot of people right now are deciding what kind of environment suits them best. It can be work environment, where they're living, all of that. Where do I want to set down roots? And roots also help us feel stable, grounded, focused, and safe, right? So let's take a broad horizon look on something. Any relationships around that you're in right now, are there some of them you can simply release because they might have been something that fell into your comfort zone, but they don't particularly support you in a high vibrational way? It could just be somebody that calls you all the time and just kvetches or belabors points or is gossipy, and you're like, we just grew comfortable with this, but it doesn't really help me. This can be another thing, how we spend our time. And I find sometimes, and I didn't realize I had this proclivity, but I definitely do. At times I'm very OCD. I'll go out and it's a way for me to transition into a new room. Like I'll just start wiping counters and surfaces down and try to get things, I like the smell of certain cleaners and it relaxes my environment. But again, it makes me feel like I'm setting down roots for that new transition that I'm in. But let's take a look at our behaviors for a moment too. Are we starting a lot of things and opening a lot of tabs and then just leaving them and then feeling a little frazzled at the end of the day, like, oh, I was going to do A, B, and C, but I went from A to T to F to whatever, and hopped all over. That is how we can implement simplicity to get things done Can we do this right now? Like, ask ourselves that. You get an email. Can I answer this right now so it'll be done and dusted, and then I don't have to be flip-flopping all day and going back and doing things? I always feel like if a decision can be made right then, let's do this, and then we have focus and follow through with that. And that gives me more harmony in my day to then have some leisure time to do art and all of that. But this is one of my favorite cards too, hope. And I feel like when we set an intention and we hope that things are going to turn out a certain way, let's start to envision that instead of just saying I hope, because sometimes I feel like hope is not when it comes to humankind, but I feel like just for us, I hope this happens. We can direct the energy to make it actually happen that way by setting an intention towards it, right? I did this yesterday. I said, you know what? One of my hopes for myself is that I enjoy robust and good health, but how am I going to go about that, right? I need to at least walk daily. So I set the intention early yesterday morning, an envisionment process of me in one of my favorite parks doing it, and guess what? I just did it. I made that decision. I set the intention. Then I didn't have to hope that I did something because it was something I initially hoped for. I said, no, now it is going to become my reality because I'm setting an intention. I'm going to picture myself doing it, but doing it in a fun way. Like the sun was shining, there was wonderful things, and everything came about to, benefit me in that way. Dogs running around, fantastic weather, good music, skaters, all this stuff that really enhanced my walk and my exercise process. So let's do that. If we have a hope for something, let's set an intention so we move towards that, right? And be fiercely loyal to that, because sometimes, we can procrastinate, but instead of that, let's just get shit done, okay? Let's just get it done. Like, I am the same way if I see a big looming project. I hope it'll go away because I don't want to, like, I'll take, for instance, we have a bedroom now that is just becoming storage central. It has everything. It has clothes, it has makeup, it has tools, it has everything. It has excess furniture. It has just become like a dumping ground. And my hope for that was that is not going to stay like that for long. So what I did, I set an intention. I just opened the door instead of closing the door like it doesn't exist. I opened the door. So now, just this morning, every time I walk by, I am setting an intention. I'm going to remove those items. I am going to keep those. I'm going to donate those. And I've opened the door to the possibility and the hope that it will get done and look like a beautiful room that I transform into like an art studio. That made me excited. So whatever it is, you guys, that you hope to transform and change, really set the intention. Envision what it will look like, so beautiful, like your wardrobe. Something simple. Do you still have summer bathing suits mixed in with fall coats and all this craziness? Now start to weed stuff out. Do small changes. Open your closet door every time you walk by. Look at that. Set the intention. That needs to be removed. That needs to be donated. Small steps, and then you will get this done. And then you'll be like, ta-da! And you'll realize then you can trust yourself to do the things you set out to do because you set the intention. You had a hope it was going to get done. You focused, you kind of put those roots down, and you were stubborn about it and said, you know what, this isn't, I told myself this was important for me to do, therefore I'm going to do it. And by doing that, your life becomes more harmonious. You streamline, you become more efficient, you get rid of things, you simplify, and you feel good about how you're doing it. So you guys, that is your message. Beautiful, beautiful. I feel like this new moon is just going to help you ascend to the next level of simplicity, getting things done, setting down roots, making good choices, and having focus and follow through with them. So I love that. So if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Hello there. My name is Melanie. All my links are down below. If they're not, I would love for you guys, and eventually Ian gets to them. If you want to come over to Sparkwist 11, I'm going to be running some cool specials for this new moon. I usually do these readings and a week before new moons and full moons, and I'll have a special over there for that. And they're usually like $25, and they end up being a 20-30 minute read on certain specifics. I make the layout so you don't have to overthink or overanalyze what to ask. It covers a lot of the bases. So you guys, beautiful, beautiful energy. And now we're on to group 2. Hooray! And now perspective. Now you guys, let me just say emphatically, perspective is everything. This can do with any disagreement. Let me look at it from their perspective. Then we slow down, and then we can have those aha moments. Or a healthy, happy, positive perspective on life, on outcomes of our life direction, of our life path, of everything, okay? We need to be willing to release any preconceived notions on how life is going to unfold. We need to be more adaptable, be willing to change, And by thinking that abundance and good fortune is going to follow us from that perspective, guess what? It usually does. And I feel like the magic then starts to come in. Believe in it. You're going to be given these beautiful mystical messages from spirit. And I feel like the more you are open to them, the more enhanced your life is going to be. But again, remember, have that healthy perspective that everything is going to be great, that things are going to turn out well. And look what we got here. We have majesty and we have calm. How much do we love this? And usually they do go together. When we operate in a realm of majesty, which is quiet, contemplation, observance, reverence for who we are, we slow down. Think of like somebody who moves very beautifully. Like, just picture like the Met Gala, when everybody is displaying the majesty of their dresses, how they walk and turn, and everything is just kind of like it's slowed down, right? So you can see all the facets and all the beauty that is there. And I feel like that's what we need to do in life, slow down. It's like that moonlight enchantment, the lingering energy of something, the thoughtfulness that goes into things and gestures. Even if we can't see it, we have faith that we're being supported in all these mysterious and wondrous ways right now by unseen beings that have our highest good. And whenever I have that perspective, I feel like beautiful things happen, but also a sense of calm. And when we have calm, we transcend the everyday garbage, noise, like lower vibrational things that can be pettiness, it can be whatever it is, and we fly over situations. Nothing pulls us down. We realize that any challenging situation can be resolved, and we approach it calmly. I got really lucky with my particular father. He was an amazing father figure. I've never seen him unruffled. I never saw him yell or shout at anybody. And he has observed some crazy stuff. I mean, I shared this once. At one time we were traveling through Canada, and this man, and we had a couple different cars, and this man got out and was yelling at my uncle in this one vehicle because the gate hadn't gone up or something. And this man literally punched my uncle, and my uncle's a big guy, but my dad, who is 6-something, his approach to people, my dad had like this kind of magical essence too. My dad wasn't a huge guy, but he gets out and he starts striding towards this guy, and this guy just runs away. And I realized right then by observing that it was my dad's calm composure. The way he wasn't running at the guy, but walking slow like RoboCop or something, scared him. And I thought, that's what it is. When we have this majesty of self-composure and calm, it is like, whoa. And it always says, watch out for the calmest, coolest guy in the room, because they're the one that has their act together, and they're the one that's going to destroy you, right? Like that kind of thing. But having this perspective, I will remain calm, regardless of what's coming into your orbit. Decide that in this new moon. I'm going to be calm in approach if I'm going for a new job, if I'm going for an interview. I'm going to take my time and breathe deeply and ask, like, what does this job have to offer me? Not what do I have to offer them. This relationship, what do they have to offer me? Not what do I have to offer them. From this place of majesty that says, you could prove yourself to me. You can prove your worth to me, not the other way around, right? And I feel like you're going to carry all these colors of every spectrum and have all this vibrancy and the capacity to receive and give love in a really amazing way, because your perspective is, I will succeed. Success is flowing into my life. Vitality is me being glowing and youthful and renewal, and I don't need to fight or struggle. Everything will arrive from me, and you can let go and allow your clear, focused intuition to flow freely right now, and trust whatever is meant to come to you is coming to you. And when that perspective is in there, we start manifesting our dreams. No doubt. We just step into it. And I feel like in all things, if we have too much emotions, it can be depleting. So we stay calm sometimes by really taking a logistic mental approach at something. If I want my dreams to come true, yes, I want to envision and have that dreamy thoughtfulness of it, but let me not attach an emotion to something, right? Like, I'm sad if this doesn't happen, or I'm happy if this happens. Let me just look at this and say, if this happens, it will bring me this, right? Like, this is time to formulate your plan. If I simplify, I'll have an easier time of things. I won't, like, I looked through my car yesterday and I said, girl, woo, you look like you could live out of this car. I'm not kidding you. one bin totally filled with all my stuff so I can mail stuff with ease if I forget anything. It's got shipping labels, it has tape, it has ribbons, it has boxes, it has everything. Another thing, a traveling tarot like crate too, just in case I want to, on the while I'm on the spur of the moment, do a read. So a whole thing of tarot cards, all this. A coat for every season, color, and occasion. My car literally looks like, and I like to have those things at hand, but now it's like it was starting to take over my car. So I thought I need to simplify. You can have a rain jacket and you can have this. You can have one deck of cards and you can have this one little thing. You can have packing tape and this and that. Simplify all of that. Again, it creates a sense of calm to know that we have these backups. But I feel right now it is a time for you to give deeply and fully of who you are, and you get in receivership because you'll be feeling light and free, and positive changes are coming. And when you feel that, you're going to lighten up, you're going to feel more buoyant. Spirit comes in and deepens our beliefs. We have incredible new paths, and you're going to be marching along in this beautiful, majestic tiger unicorn type creation. You know what I mean? Like nothing can touch you or make you feel any sort of way without you allowing it, right? So remember, out in the world, things are happening. They're not happening to you, they're happening around you. You can participate if you want, or you can just march on by if it's not part of what you want to feel or experience right now. And because of that, you're going to stay really chill, have the perspective, I am in control, my dreams are coming true, the world is a beautiful, harmonious place, and I'm excited, and I'm going to have a fun ride. And because of that, that's what you are going to experience. So beautiful energy. Remember, you're at the helm all the time. So my beauties, that is you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below if you want a private read. Love for you to come over to IG. It's Sparquist11. Get in on all the fun stuff that's going over there. I do daily posts and memes, and I also have a fun, like TikTok is going nuts. I just realized I'm over 20,000 followers over there. It's so fun. And I'm Melanie Williams 616. So fun. I just love doing those because you can add all these crazy pop and starlight magical things and music. It's a lot of fun. And I gotta tell you, thank you guys that follow me over there. I love how everybody is so participatory when it comes to like comments and claiming. It's so fun. So that's a fun ride. So you guys, I love this. Again, your perspective is I will win, I will thrive, and I will do well. And because of that, you certainly will. All right, my gorgeous number threes, comment down below if this is you, because I think I would have chose this because I am all about simplicity, especially when it comes to a new moon, because new moons are about releasing and letting go. And I, for one, am a collector of a great many of things, clothes and crystals and paper goods, and because I like to dress my sets, I have so much funny, crazy, tchotchke things and glitter and all of this stuff, and it really starts to get a little madcap at my end. But with this, it's kind of like a purification, right? It's your energy field is being cleansed right now of all that it doesn't need. So let's also do this of our homes, right? When I feel like this comes up, it's a message to release what doesn't serve, support, or empower you, letting go of anything that feels dull or murky or extra or too much. It's time to lighten up. Eat and live lightly as well. Before a shiny, vibrant new cycle can begin, it is essential to let go of anything old or cumbersome. The brilliance that comes through in simplicity is we now can see what we truly have and what has meaning, because we're not collecting everything. Let go of the old, discarded, unused. I have so many like haphazard things that I just have part of and pieces of and stuff from Halloween, and I'm like, maybe one day I'll wear that, but it doesn't serve or support me anymore. It takes up so much stuff. So now is a time of beautiful purification, so you can be lighter, and I feel like that is what's coming in. But again, we got to have certain truths come up to ourselves. Yeah, look at this. But not only space, but let's talk about our living space. What does your living space look like? What does your car space look like? Do you actually have storage and have a storage space and you have things in there that you don't even know what's in there? I almost contemplated getting a storage space for some of my stuff, but I said, if you can do without these things in your home and you can put them elsewhere, then you don't really need them. And I thought that is really true. I don't need a mini other little home somewhere that just stashes stuff. And I feel like it just stays stagnant, and it's kind of like the land of the unloved. Yes, summer furniture or something like that if you have that, but I'm talking about things that I have within my bedroom, my living room, whatever. If they're not necessary, they need to be recirculated, donated, or whatever that is. But let's also talk about space, creating space in our life, right? Let's do this. And that's what simplicity is about too. Let's create space. Let's remove people, places, and things that just do not serve us, because now it's time to expand. But what is taking up that space? Do we have people that just come and complain and, and are low vibe, but they've just been in our life for so long we forget about them? Do we have so many old, like I have Laserdiscs in my house, and I don't think my Laserdisc player works or it's even plugged in. What is the point? You know what I mean? Things like that. I feel like now it is time to take positive steps in the direction of your dreams, and we're going to be able to reap the harvest. But we need to get rid of other things too. And since, fall represents a time to kind of like go and get the harvest, when we're bringing the harvest in, do we have room and space for it now, or do we have other things taking up that place? Like, one thing that really irks me, and I know goes on around my home, and I'm really keen to, and I get rid of right away, is any kind of fruit that's old and rotting, or dying flowers, or things that are in a form of decay. I remove them. I remove that energy so fresh and abundant fruits and energies can come in. What is taking place. Oh, I love that. See, purity too, purification right now. And journey. How gorgeous is this? I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be on a journey of purification, where you're just like, yeah, I want to eradicate this and release this and let this go. It could be anything: doubt, envy, jealousy, a worrying pattern. A lot of us, our ego jumps in there and they're like, well, what if I fall short? Or what if I don't look this? Or what if I'm not as stupendous as this person? Or what if I'm not completely Superman? Or whatever. I know a lot of people it doesn't matter, creative fields, professional fields, a lot of people do feel this. But what we need to do is purify ourselves of that ego state and come into alignment with our soul mission, which is, we're just meant to do and operate from a place of healing and warmth and love and expansion and trying. And with that, we just kind of like get this internal glow up, playfulness, right? Embrace your innocence, let go of heavy responsibilities. Please give yourself a break and nurture your spirit by doing something super fun. Joy is super important. That's part of our journey. And that also helps in a purification process, because when we laugh, I feel like the whole energy in our room changes. Like, I love doing something so simple like making origami, little things, sand castles, things that are temporary but fun and beautiful and creative. Very important. And again, believing that everything that we want is possible and trusting in this. We are going to set an intention and watch it flourish. We're going to believe we've planted our seeds. We're on this journey. And now it really is. And I feel like new moon fits in really beautifully with that sentiment of purification, because that helps us create space in our mind, in our physical living realities, and also within relationships. Let's have space. And if you have just formed a new alliance with a friend, a new romantic connection, we want to have space in between things for the beauty, for the mystery and all of that, and let things unfold naturally. We don't need to chase or restrict. This is about expansion and flowing and grace and creating space within everything around us. So on our journey, we can really have these beautiful enhanced moments because we have created time for them, right? And it takes courage. And I feel like your inner spiritual warrior is ready to step forward and face any of this, challenges, blockages, and release it. So again, you can be in this purified state. Like, let's seek the things that are important right now: enlightenment, renewal, generosity, our flow state, magic, transcendence, all the miracles, stillness, success, all of these things that we're ready to embrace on our journey. And again, feel like you are absolutely glowing and you have vitality and strength, and you're ready to represent all the best in yourself and in the world right now. And you're going to realize this remarkable power to manifest your dreams, gain all the richness that you need, take back any lost land or power, and express your strength with real beauty and grace. Because, in this purified state, we don't need to fight, we don't need to yell, we don't need to push, and we don't need to compete. We can just be. And because of that, we're going to experience a whole new us. Oh, I love that. There's some beautiful, beautiful messages for your group. Comment down below if this is your group and you feel that you're ready to float and see and observe and experience beautiful things, because it is your time for that. And I love that. So again, you guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read or anything else, come on over to IG at SparkWest11, DM me and chit chat about anything that you'd like. I'm really excited. So you guys, I also have the specials. If you scroll down on my IG and all my rings, I'm still running that special of each ring for $33 that's listed and shown in my videos on my feed, or 2 for $50. I mean, I was just making, and I like to be able to have these substantial sales for you, because you guys are the best. And thanks again, you guys. You're going to go out there and just sparkle like the majestic being that you are. Feel it. Feel the embrace of community and the universe, and get that healthy perspective on that. I'm going to see things through, and I'm going to feel good, and I'm going to be calm, and I'm going to have a healthy objective, and let's just do it, right? And self-care, really, really gorgeous. So love and light.